Hey, how are you? Uh, there's some really good things going on out here, so I come over here and I'm pleased. But it's important that these kids understand, and it's because it's whether it's on their time here at UCLA or whatever business opportunities that they go into, whether it's the NFL or Wells Fargo Bank, who knows, that you have to seize your opportunity. And when kids get an opportunity to get into the game, they better know what they're doing. Because if they don't, there's no one to blame but themselves. Too often we hear, I'm not getting my chance. This spring practice is nothing but chance. It's nothing but opportunity. And I just want these guys to get, when they get in there, to seize it. It doesn't mean that we're going to throw them out if they don't succeed the first time. But when it's the mental mistakes and it's mistakes that happen too often, then they have to understand we have to look for another candidate, whether it be somebody that's already on the team or somebody coming in. So it's a reality of life, and the faster they learn it, the more successful they'll be. But I say that only because I see some guys that aren't seizing their moments. I'm not going to name names, but I can already picture, I'm pre-calling it, as they say, when they come to my office and wonder what happened. So I'm just making sure they understand this is how life works. You better know what you're doing. It's what you do. It's why you're here, as well as to get an unbelievable education, which they also should seize that opportunity. Other than that, I had a great day, and I believe that great things are in the future for UCLA football. Questions?
Is it a knowledge thing or is it an execution?
Sometimes it's just not concentrating. It's just kind of getting through the end of practice, and all of a sudden you get thrown in there, and you better know what you're doing. And because you don't, I'm going to watch it on film 10 times tomorrow, you doing it wrong. And if I have other evidence of the same play 2 days, 3 days ago, then I got to ask myself, what the heck's going on here? How can I count on him when it's the real stuff? And so I just trying to make sure these guys understand that's how we make evaluations.
Did that manifest itself a lot in the balls being dropped today?
Well, that's an incident. That's evidence of not concentrating. Everybody drops a ball, but when it happens so often, and it looks and then it's coupled with making other mistakes, then you got to go. What are you doing? You're not focusing, and therein lies a more important problem to solve.
Who are guys that are taking advantage of the opportunity? Who are a couple guys that you think are taking advantage of the opportunity they're being given?
I think that, let's see here. Who would I say is taking advantage of a great opportunity? Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor is taking advantage of a great opportunity, to be in there at center, and I think he's having a great spring. I think that the running backs are all seizing the competition and are working hard at it. Defensively, Nate Chandler. I'm pleased with the way he's playing. Pat Larimore. Dalton Hilliard. Those kind of guys are doing a nice job.
Christian Ramirez to.
We've got this position. We've kind of a moving kind of tight end / running back, and wanted to take a look at him, and I thought he was terrific. I mean, I didn't have much team stuff today because that wouldn't have been fair, but just in terms of the skill level, it's great. And you know what? He's a good football player. I want to find a place.
Done with safety?
Not done. I just wanted to take a look before spring was done.
Rick, when you come out of that game on Saturday night, what will you have to have seen to consider the spring to be a success?
Well, I think the spring will have been a success prior to that game. That game's trying to get through it, have guys have a night under the lights, feel fast, feel like, it's kind of a dress rehearsal for a game. And head coaches are only trying to get everybody out of it healthy. The success will have been completed probably by the end of Thursday. That'll just be kind of icing on the cake.
What are the things then you're still looking to see that will be required to make
more
it a
precision in what we're trying to do on both sides of the ball, and then the development of the individuals. The kids that you're kind of counting on to be players as you're trying to develop the depth of the football team. You just keep working with those guys where you can kind of feel like they get it, they know it, and they'll be reliable in the fall.
That new position at F-back, How does that play into Morrell's skills?
Perfectly.
In what ways? I mean,
Well, he's a wide receiver at times. He's a tight end at times. He's a guy that can certainly physical enough to make blocks, a variety of blocks, and he can even kind of come around in the backfield and become a back. Morrell can do all that with his unique gifts.
Has he shown those gifts this spring?
Yeah, he has. Morrell just needs to organize it all so that he doesn't make any mistakes. He knows it all backwards and forwards, and he's just got to keep working at it.
Coach, one of the reasons you said you went to the revolver was to enhance your running game. Would you say that it has been?
Yes, I would say that it has done that. And then now the off season will be, or the time between now and fall, will be how to incorporate what we did last year that we like with it and become experts at it if we're going to take it that far.
Moving Ramirez to the athlete. I mean, can he fight his way back in the safety position into the rotation, or?
You know what? If need be, there's no question. I want to take a look at him on this side of the ball and see how he fits there. And you know, as you develop depth for a season, you know that you got to have more, and then you don't want to have to pull guys out of redshirt seasons and so forth. So I'm just trying to create more alternatives.
Just a few practices left, and you're expecting some of those injured guys back?
None of the guys. We'll keep our fingers crossed on Joe Fourier. We'll hope that Nelson isn't serious. He tweaked his knee a little bit. I get a little hyperextension one-on-one. Hopefully get those two guys back, but the other guys I don't expect back.
What's the update on Kai?
It was an MCL sprain, labeled as moderate, but it cancels Christmas as far as spring ball is. You know, so.
Timetable?
I think he'll be back moving around full speed. I think they said 6 weeks.
Rick, the offense, I know it's kind of continues to be a work in progress, and
as is always the case.
And the kind of the final judgment on it, I know it's still out. What is it going to take for you to say that this is what we want to do? What do you need to see here, or is it that decision going to go beyond the end of spring practice?
I think it'll go beyond the end of spring, only because then I want to go back and evaluate what we did in the fall, and make sure we're not throwing out any baby with the bathwater, and make sure that we're keeping things that were successful for us and see how we can incorporate it and do a little bit more study on it. Everybody good?
Any other injury updates from the scrimmage?
Maava was the only one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.